Hello everyone. Welcome to today's session. I'm Kunal Srivastava, and I'm excited to talk to you about cybersecurity basics, staying safe in the digital world. Today, we'll explore how to protect your data, devices, and identity in this increasingly connected world. We'll cover essential tips and best practices to keep you safe online. So, let's get started and learn how to stay secure in the digital age. So, what is cybersecurity? Well, at its core, cybersecurity refers to the practices, technologies, and processes designed to protect computers, networks, and data from unauthorized access, attacks, or damage. It's all about safeguarding the digital systems that we rely on every day, whether it's your personal devices, a company's infrastructure, or even government networks. The key idea here is that as our lives become more connected, the risks also grow. Cybersecurity helps us defend against threats like hacking, malware, phishing, and other cyber attacks. These threats can lead to data breaches, financial loss, or even damage to an organization's reputation. What makes cybersecurity so critical is that it's not just a technical issue. It's a vital part of our overall digital safety. And as we move forward in this presentation, you'll see how understanding and implementing strong cybersecurity measures is essential for protecting our information and maintaining trust in our digital world. Cybersecurity is essentially the practice of protecting our systems, networks, and programs from digital attacks. It's about safeguarding the digital infrastructure that we rely on every day. Now, the core goals of cybersecurity include three main areas. First is confidentiality, which means keeping our data private and making sure only authorized people have access. Second is integrity, ensuring that the data remains unaltered and trustworthy, so no one can tamper with it. And third is availability, which is about making sure our systems are up and running when we need them most. So why does this matter so much? Well, because our personal lives, banking information, and work data are now entirely digital. We're more connected than ever, and that means our digital environment is a prime target for attacks. That's why understanding and implementing strong cybersecurity measures is crucial, not just for organizations, but for each of us as individuals. It's about protecting what's vital in our digital world. This slide doesn't contain enough information. That's why we're moving to the next slide. This slide doesn't contain enough information. That's why we're moving to the next slide. Let's talk about confidentiality first. This is all about keeping information private and secure. We use encryption to scramble data so that only authorized parties can read it, and access control to ensure only the right people can get to sensitive information. Moving on to integrity, which is about making sure data remains accurate and unaltered. Digital signatures help verify the authenticity of a message or document, while hashing creates a unique fingerprint for data, allowing us to detect any changes. When we consider availability, the focus is on ensuring that data and resources are accessible when needed. Redundancy involves having backup systems in place, and regular hardware maintenance helps prevent failures that could cause downtime. Now, the key takeaway here is that if any one of these, confidentiality, integrity, or availability, fails, it can create a security breach. This is what we call the CIA triad, the foundation of information security. It's a simple but powerful model that guides how we think about protecting data. Remember, maintaining balance among these three elements is crucial for a strong security posture. This slide doesn't contain enough information. That's why we're moving to the next slide. So, what exactly is malicious software? Basically, it's software that's designed to cause damage or to gain unauthorized access to your systems. It's a serious threat because it can do a lot of harm without you even realizing it. Now, there are different types of malware, and understanding these can really help us stay protected. First, we have viruses. These are the ones that attach themselves to files and can spread from one system to another, often by opening infected files or emails. Then, there are worms, which are a bit more aggressive. They spread automatically across networks without needing to attach to files, making them particularly dangerous in interconnected environments. Next, spyware is a sneaky type of malware that secretly monitors your activity. It can track what you're doing online, collect personal information, and send it back to cybercriminals, all without your knowledge. And then, we have Trojans, which disguise themselves as legitimate software. They often look harmless but can open doors for other malware or steal sensitive data once installed. In terms of common threats, it's important to recognize these different types because they each pose unique risks. Staying aware of these threats helps us better defend our systems and maintain security in our digital environments. This slide doesn't contain enough information. That's why we're moving to the next slide. Let's talk about ransomware, which is a specific type of malware. Essentially, it locks or encrypts your files, making them inaccessible. The key point here is that once your files are encrypted, the hackers demand a ransom, usually paid in Bitcoin, to unlock them. This is where the name ransomware comes from. It's really important to understand that these demands can be quite aggressive, and often, victims feel pressured to pay quickly to regain access to their data. Prevention is vital. One of the best ways to protect yourself is by regularly backing up your data. Ideally, back it up to an external drive or a cloud service that isn't always connected to your PC. This way, if you do fall victim, you won't have to pay the ransom because you'll have a secure copy of your files. The rise of ransomware has become a significant concern in cybersecurity, affecting individuals and organizations alike. It underscores the importance of good security practices and being prepared to defend against such attacks, which ties into our overall theme of protecting digital information. This slide doesn't contain enough information. That's why we're moving to the next slide. This slide doesn't contain enough information. That's why we're moving to the next slide.